And indeed, we now have the new camera and everything, so should be considerable improvement in picture quality, kind of still considering how to exactly position the camera. So it's like not necessarily optimal yet, but at least we do have very nice view of the shooter overall already. Do think it could still be a bit lower, because when looking at the display overall, it tends to be slightly downwards, but can also, when actually talking in the chat, more or less position oneself to look slightly more towards the camera. So it's not a major issue overall, and indeed we certainly have done improvements also to illumination, so it's about 10 times better at least compared to the old illumination in quotations, which was exactly single LED light source. So this is about infinite number of times better and more adjustable. So certainly have no complaints in that respect either. And overall quite happy with the improvements. Also did do the overlays so that they are now properly adapted for the new stream camera image, and it currently uses a USB capture card, so actually have no problem at all with getting good video through. It mostly might still position the camera a bit lower, but that's quite easily resolved compared to the complete renewal of the overall solution at getting image. So the old webcam is gone, and now we do actually have a camera with exchangeable lenses, which has led to major improvements in image fidelity. So also very pleased with that. So indeed, let's see if we can get an image from the game and move on from there. And also mostly the network problems which plagued it the last time 2 weeks ago, like that we could get maybe 1 frame per week or thereabouts through, have been mostly corrected. So also in that respect, hoping that the improvement is permanent, which of course one doesn't know with wireless, but one would of course hope so. So let's then see about gradually moving towards the game, and at least tomorrow we are having 2 streams. Not sure about tonight, but tomorrow we are certainly going for more games now that actually succeeded at A, getting connectivity, B, having electricity, which was already also missing for a couple of days, and also the new camera and light setup is now pretty much done at least, so should be very good improvements indeed. And we are pretty much good to start with the game soon, do think. So let's switch the display over and move towards the game again. And do think the audio level is quite alright also, as do not get excessive amount to the red zone, which has been sometimes like adjusted so high that with a different suit head it would actually clip. So let's keep it that way, and if you find the audio too low, please comment in the chat. So let's then, there we go, switch to the game and see. Do think we had much more problems than the previous time, unfortunately, as far as remember that things indeed didn't improve during the previous session. It is what it is. Let's see who goes back to London, or whatever might remain of it. one hopes. We also had a lot of crises overall with the heating, do think, and lack of 103 ill. Unsure if this is realistic to survive anymore. Multiple problems. We do indeed have multiple problems. Alright, we were developing range upgrade. And how was our coal budget? We are actually running a surplus, which is abnormal. More worried about food. Yeah. Don't you say? At least most of these are working, which is a good start. And we have one that isn't, so we should see if we can actually heat that sufficiently. At least it's not here. Alright, this would be the inoperative one. Do we have the heaters on? Yes, and it's still too cold. So we practically build it in a place that really yeah. Yeah, we need to create new scout team also, because the previous one expired. We do actually have functioning medical posts, so we should at some point reach like some equilibrium. Only -50. We are still running a coal surplus, so it's kind of tenable. Alright, having 86 leave is still not totally a disaster, but this will be quite tough. Alright, and they leave like in one day. Let's see how this goes, and then it might be like restart the game if it goes as well as one might imagine with the Londonians. Would be useful to move workforce from the one that is too cold into the one that is not. There we go. If you are persuaded, let's not rise this content. It's not very useful. We are not doing the factory currently. Alright. Sir, a man is protesting in the front of the prison. Alright, you can either raise discontent or reduce hope. It would be nice to have more hope, but we also have too much discontent. As usual with politics, it's kind of like, would you like to do worse or do worse? So, do think that we are going to take risk currently with more discontent. That's not too much more. Alright, and then they lynched the guard also, which lowered hope even more. Yep. Alright, we at least have workers available. It would be nice to run more surplus on food, so we could build one more, like, hunter's hut here, and make sure to hunt more food if nothing else seems to work for now. Let's improve staffing at existing medical posts to make sure that we are not at least paying. It's not very useful to. Here we could also increase amount of workers because that improves the food supply a bit. Alright, and we still have the problem that we should heat homes, and it's going a little bit questionably. Let's improve the staffing at medical posts. It's like, yeah. Alright, we have more food production going on. Alright. Let's see, is our food supply. We are almost reaching balance, which is about 10 times better. Ensure full staffing at all the hunters' huts, so we are at least trying to push the food production limits. Maximum staff for public house. At least that seems useful. With yet another hunter's hut, to think we would be pushing food balance, so let's build one more. We can currently release workers from there to build the other one, and then see where we can in turn release workers from. Alright, at least it looks like we might at this rate still have some colonists remaining even, which would be nice. So let's then return to the game, and alright, not that, there we go. Pushing the right button helps, and now all the prisoners have been released. we can introduce new law. Alright, let's see what we have to choose from. Prison, that we already have. Forceful persuasion. Alright. This content is too high, so quite a few things are not apparently doable with too high this content. Somehow not totally surprised. Let's see what options we have on the adaptation side. Emergency shift, child labor, all jobs haven't really needed those. Care house, prosthetics, and we even produced them at one point. Ceremonial funeral, alright, that helps at least with. Hope in that respect, so let's sign that. Alright, we have pretty high this content. We are actually gradually solving some of the issues. I'm sure if fast enough, but it is what it is. At least we are gradually reducing hunger, so it's kind of like we will have about this will be finished first, and we have almost sufficient amount of livable conditions. It's like one house missing it, so most probably that helps, and we are now pushing at least moderate goal shortfall only, so as usual this is horrible. What would not go wrong? Let's see now that we improve the range here, whether that helps enough to have enough livable houses to actually resolve this condition. We can probably just push through that by using the overdrive option. There we go. That was easy. We just have to monitor the stress level. One day, 22 hours. It's not at least doable this way. We could do something else research-wise next. Improved heaters, alright. What did the generator range upgrade exactly do? Allows you to turn up generator range setting. Are we now then at the second range setting? Do we actually need this to keep homes warm? Let's save first so we can kind of study the overall. If we lose the condition due to insufficient heat, it's better to test it first because we are really pushing it to this content and hope-wise. More scouts. Alright, we could maybe develop hothouse insulation to improve the food production situation. Flying hunters. Alright. Infirmary. It requires steam core to build, alright. More scouts. Outpost depot. Allows us to assemble an outpost team, send it to establish a permanent resource outpost far away from the city and maintain a connection with it. That seems useful for the future. Let's go for that for now, as we are gradually dropping the disk content. Let's see about do we need to do the overdrive or not. Yep. That drops hope altogether, so this is not really. Let's see, I'm interested in the temperature overlay. Yeah, it's actually, even if we develop the range, it doesn't really help. Interesting. Oh, hello there, Tika. So our heat test proved that it's actually not possible to go without overdrive even daytime, and temperature will drop in about 10 seconds. And then it will drop again. Really. And if we are at 16%, 17% stress level at this point, and we should keep homes warm for 1 day, might not be possible, which means it's not even theoretically doable in that case. do you think the Steam Hub range upgrade would be really next? We are also going to run out of coal at this rate, so it's actually unmaintainable most probably. Let's dig up properly. Hello there, and it's good to see you also. And we do have the new camera, lights and all, so at least the quality, if not of the game, at least the quality of the shooter view has improved. And we haven't dropped any frames even, or have dropped like 0.2% of frames, so that's good enough result certainly. So kind of think that it's actually impossible. We can at least build a medical post right away. The main issue will be that we will run out of coal. Right about now. So it's not practically sustainable unless we develop generator improvements faster. So most probably another new start. We got much further this time, but it's necessary to have even better generator range even earlier, because the temperature will drop so much that otherwise the heating is not sustainable. It's also important to ensure coal supply even earlier on, because otherwise there will be no coal piles left, because you actually do run out of the above earth coal piles pretty quickly, and it requires either coal dumper or mines to replace the output, so I do think it's the second restart. This game is not forgiving at all. So conclusions from this run are clearly that the generator improvements need to be done even earlier, which we know rather well by now. So let's switch for a while to the big picture, and indeed lessons from this run: A, the generator improvements have to be done even faster. B, we have to more aggressively still ensure that the heat gap buildings are heated. And 3, we need to especially make sure that we have sufficiently early access to the necessary resource buildings so that we do not run out of the open coal piles and then more or less just have major crisis in healthcare, which was the final problem. Like, we had over 100% sick constantly while the temperature was dropping, so even more aggressive strategy is required, which we will then test next. Unsurprisingly, this game is not easy to manage, and do not expect that either, so let's do a new run. That was somewhat to be expected, so let's restart. And alright, we have about half stream left, so that's good enough. And again, it's then new start. Very well. So it's not very useful to save this, so let's quit the main menu and once again new game. And it's even better if we put the game sounds on. There we go, so we get some sad violin music from the game. It's further improvement, as apparently had forgot to push that button when started talking first. So now you hear nice game music in addition to this one's lovely voice. What a deal. So let's then, we have unlocked new scenarios, kind of. Once again, this is the main story, and we have unlocked pretty much everything as we have played so much. We got the day 30 the second time, which is already nice. So then we switch to the game and start again. Right. No survivor mode, we once tested that and it was even harder. And we have medium, everything is the default, so we do the default. And once again.
We roam the still, cool.
First of all, we will have really warm weather and housing crisis. So first of all, we do it as instructed, because if you do not finish the tutorial, it will be an issue. So first of all, you stockpile coal, which of course means that you need to start mining coal with most of the There we go. Then immediately as the second thing we build a medical post. We do not even question that. Everything else can wait. Are we pushing a coal surplus? Yes. Pick one because the generator is still down. But now we are also building coal stockpile, so this is kind of manageable. And we are even producing wood. Which means that we immediately after that build streets and build a hunter's hut. We are leaving nothing to chance as far as this thing goes. At least we try with experience now, so it's kind of an improvement. You have some prior experience. We do have 100 food currently, but we can also make law. And we do first of all immediately sign cemetery into law because it will improve hope.
New law in the city.
And we also make sure to build the cemetery quite early on. And there we go. And we needed to build certain level of coal surplus to start the generator, and then we need to build also the cemetery. Once the medical post is finished, we can also staff it once necessary. It's not like we currently yet. We can also stop producing steel for a while because the need of steel early game is low. Now we can also put the engineers into the medical post, so we actually do have a staffed medical post without medical cases. For once we are getting head start in the healthcare game. Wow. And we can also build the research workshop. And we are building the hunter's hut and cemetery at some rate of speed. We can also for now release the wood production for a while, as we need to actually build the buildings, so we have no medical cases yet, which is like a wonder. And it's only minus 20 degrees, which is also wondrously warm. We need to at some point build housing, but it's for now like I'll provide shelter, and we can easily do that, so that should also improve the situation, so we can start gradually building houses. There we go. Building and building. How has Tiga been lately? It's been a while since I've seen you again. Also, it has of course been a while since we have streamed, so it's great to have you here, of course. There we go, we have even finished some buildings. The wisdom of the crowd. It's good to know that the crowd is happy to provide wisdom, at times even useful. Now we can start the hunter's hut. And we have established cemetery, which raises hope. Heating is off, of course. We are only at -20, so let's see what temperature the housing will be. It's functioning and it's livable without generator on, which is special. Now we just need engineers into the workshop. They are probably also mining coal, so let's see. That's only workers. Alright, let's release 5 engineers from here to man the research. There we go, so that's an improvement. Now we can also choose the research topic. This is like picking research this early. What? So we do not actually even need to start the generator yet, because the houses are livable and even the medical facility is functional. Without, if it would be only -20 degrees, well, okay, we would survive without the generator running. What? Unfortunately, it doesn't remain that way. Temperature will drop 2 levels. So it is what it is, indeed. Right, we are about up to an hour. The new start, fortunately, we once again get even. We fulfilled promise for shelter, so hope rose a bit. We should leave also spot for the watchtower. There we go. This content is almost. Lack of housing is the only cause for this content. We are also out of wood, so we can now continue wood production again. And we can choose research topic. Let's research the beacon first, but we need wood for that, so and we are currently still pushing pretty well as far as the situation goes. It's kind of amusing, you can even survive for some time with generator off, which is kind of unusual. Warm enough, you say. So we are running huge coal surplus. Food is also like still 0 production. Why? Because we have no cookhouse. Needs to be built first. People froze to death. Alright, so we should provide more shelter and maybe also start the generator. There we go. At least nobody will freeze to death that way. And let's see how the cold balance is now. We are still running a slight surplus. So we need to build 2 more houses once we have wood. That's also good to know that actually even if the shelters are livable, you will have some freeze to death unless the generator is running. So, and we can add a law, so let's already now do the ceremonial funeral. So we
Listen, everyone. New law is signed. Get going. Time to earn your bread.
then we try to produce wood. How much did we need for researching the beacon? $20. So let's speed up for a bit. We should have enough, but do we have enough steel? Yes, we can start with the beacon, and now we can build missing houses. And we should leave a spot for the guard tower, so alright. Oh, hello there, Sanchi and Red Scale. Great, let's greet you properly. And also Raven. Yay. So good to have you all here, and we are still playing for a bit, about half an hour. So indeed, and we have the new camera and lights, so should look a bit or a lot better even. And good to have you all here. We are doing even 2 streams tomorrow, most probably, as having free Sunday for the first time in a while, so that's even better. So let's return to the game and see what happens. Yes, we know about food, we are just missing the cookhouse. Let's also build that. needs to be more, and it takes a while until we develop team hub, so there it goes. Alright, hope will fall slightly, that we can't do much about. Let's release those from the coal pile for now, and let's see how the coal budget is still doing pretty well. As now we have builders for the buildings. And then we need to, after the beacon, develop the steam hub so we get further heated areas. Alright. Now we are building these, so alright. With basic resources secured for now, we can try to rescue people we left behind. Yes, now we can start doing the beacon and the scouting thing, which is like... Alright, and now we have the cookhouse. And let's man it, so... And beacon research, so we can also start researching something else if we have the resources. Get, and we can only research the steam hub and the heater. Let's do the steam hub first of all, because that will be very necessary. Now we can build the beacon. Yeah. 20 wood, 25 steel. Again, try to also produce steel. So over 5 superfluous engineers will go and produce steel. Let's also move 10 workers in wood production and balance those a bit, as we can't really skip that much on coal. And it's looking even rather good this far. We are even producing some food and have not run out of, so are we pushing how far are we pushing with food? We are still in shortfall, but it will take a while before we can build another hunter's hut. As we currently have no staff for that, so we need to find more people. To man our colony. We are now down to 4. Down to 4 homeless, so it starts to be quite manageable. So that's also good. And then we need to really take care about researching things as quickly as possible. temperature is even comfortable, which is uncommon. It's now like, because the temperature hasn't dropped at all, we have like building insulation and the cemetery is only chilly. That's alright, the dead need no heat. So, then we wait for now, because we have no issues to address during the night. And work time begins, so now we actually get resources. So we should be able to build the beacon in a bit. So we need still a few more steel. So it's looking quite good for the beacon. Using as early as possible. Then we need to see about what we can reduce to actually man the scouting team and try to not get the scouting team killed, which is also fun when you have bad luck with the encounters and get the scouting team killed. So it's kind of like you start running out of citizens as they went scouting at some point. And we are already researching the Steam hub, so this is more or less going very viable this far. And very soon we have enough steel for the beacon. Right about now. So we need. There we go. And then we need to make sure we get workers for construction. We can release workers from the wood for now. At least at this point, hungry people are more like they should just simply go and eat. We are still at food surplus, so it's actually quite tolerable. Steam hub is also researched soon, so we can start expanding the city. We just need to build some road first, so it's looking even better than the previous new run this far. So, and we are right about quarter an hour left also, so let's see about. We have even a couple of medical cases, but fortunately, and then we need new research, so heaters would be useful to research. We could also just for now, it's kind of like it would be really useful to research next the drawing post even, so let's push for that. We need more wood produced. Now we have the beacon built, and we get the video where we beacon into the air. Great. cutscene, so. And that enables sending scouts. We just need to create a team of scouts. It requires 5 workers and wood. So we need to produce wood. We still have work time, so there's some use in increasing wood production. So now we are again producing wood. Ready to search. We still need more wood. At least we are now producing wood like at maximum rate. There should be also another pile of wood crates, so maximum wood. How much do we need? Alright, more than was produced yet, so but we can produce more wood because we can build the final missing housing also. We also need more roads at this rate, so and now we can also build the steam hub soon, so we should start expanding. There we go. We can now release workers from here to build the roads during the night. Alright. The road is being built, so we can next also build the steam hub. It requires more steel. Sure. Let's increase steel production again. Right, now we have the road, so we can probably build one. We need 10 wood, so we can't quite yet build default housing, but fortunately our housing price is very limited. And also make legislation. We are not running out of food, so let's provide. We do not yet need emergency shifts or side labor really, which is also kind of this far surprising. We have survived without side labor, which is unusual. Probably heavy push to reassign work as needed has also helped. Now we have the road, so we can return to releasing wood. And then it would be good to have working time, as we do not have that much to do during the night again. We do not really need that much more workers for now. Let's wait for work time and
Brace yourselves. Cold is coming.
alright, now we are on
On
work
time.
time.
Get moving.
Now we have resources, so how much does it require? We can now develop. We are not yet quite as far that would need heaters. Let's speed it up and see when we have enough wood to create scouts. Frostbite. We can actually make claw on those, so radical treatment is preferable. We can later provide prosthetics because sustaining life really has them just stuck in the infirmary.
New law. A new law has passed.
Still not enough wood for scouts. How much do we need? We have like 30 plus. 40, alright. Now we are ready to make a team of scouts. Let's go to Lost Expedition first, because that provides more people for the city. And still we have survived without child labor, which is nice. And we have only 2 medical cases, so this is kind of coming along. Now we can build once we have more wood at least. We can build the final housing unit, though it will be too cold until we can build the steam car steel-wise, but we should have enough steel, so there we go, we can build the final missing house.
Night is coming. Put down your tools.
We can also probably build the steam car. Yes. And we should try for maximum new radius, so it's practically like that. There we go. Looks good. So we must ensure that the coal economy can take this. How come we are producing 0? Guess we have probably depleted at least some of them. So it's very important to quickly next develop the coal dumper. Yes. That will happen next day, so it's looking actually quite tolerable. How are we doing time-wise? Alright. Still at least a few minutes. So, what is the opinion of the chat on the new camera angle? Should we try to put the camera a bit lower? Because now it shows kind of top 3/4 view of the shooter from top. We can change it still, but this is the new camera, so it has much better resolution and all. So, let's see about what we can do next day and then finish the stream more or less. The scouts arrived. Survivors, yes. Happy reunion. Escort survivors to the city. There we go. Alright, we are soon doing the second tutorial part all together. Let's wait for work time. There we go. So now we are again producing wood and need another healthcare facility, and we have more engineers, people, everything. There we go. So more people arrive. And now we need to build more houses and healthcare. And of course we are out of wood. Usual. Right, wood pile ran out. We should also develop a sawmill as soon as possible, but for now let's develop coal timber, so we just need more wood to do that. We also have more people if we have more wood crates, coal. We can also now produce coal at even greater speed, nothing else. Coal. Iron ore coal deposit, we need a mine for those. Steel wreckage. These wood crates could be utilized more. Let's remove some coal mining and do more wood. And do we have enough to research the coal timber so we do not run into? Yes, but we could also do the sawmill. Let's do the sawmill first, even because we have viable amount of coal piles, but we will run out of wood crates pretty soon. out our coal economy. It's at least positive. Food is not, but it's much slower killer. Running out of food is much slower colony killer. And we are still on work time, so we may get to build more houses now that we have every wood pile being utilized and sawmill being developed. So we are at least not in trouble in that respect. Now we can start building more, and we need also more streets here. Alright, and we then need still more wood to go for that. Alright, now we have enough wood. Minimum resource politics, like. There we go. We would need another healthcare facility once the situation allows it. How much would that be? 25 wood. See if we have enough work time to produce that, as it would be very useful to have another healthcare facility. It's at least coming very close before we run out of work time. Yes, so we can build another healthcare facility here. Now we have kind of key.
Finish your labors, people. The work day is up.
Two, which should be enough. And we are building housing very gradually, but we are at least building housing because we again run out of wood. We are already at this rate running out of the wood piles. And we can send the scouts out again, so let's go to the crash site. Alright, and the medical facility will be finished. We are at least gradually tackling the issues. And at least the medical post is open. We can probably get engineers free from one of the work sites. see if that's the case. Yes. There we go. Let's man the medical post fully. And that fixed the healthcare situation for now. Alright, I think it would be time to save the game and see who we will raid. And indeed, we are up to over 1.5 hours. So, let's first of all save the game. We have now Stream 1C. New. You start again. There we go. And then first of all, wish you good rest of the Saturday, and we will see tomorrow again, and we of course are doing further games tomorrow. Now that we started again with the proper new camera and all, and we are of course also showing merchandise tomorrow, as to now have the sample items finally, as didn't for quite a good while order samples of own merchandise. They are really nice actually, and we will see that tomorrow too. So let's see who will raid, who's doing what. Let's quit the game first as we saved, and who's doing what. So Sushi is cooking. Let's see what they are cooking with the kobolds. Yep, they are cooking. Looks fun enough. And they have really fancy Damascus steel kitchen knife, whatever. So let's rate them. So and we even typed right, so we typed rate wrong. Let's try again with pause. There we go. And that looks good. Finally, that was kind of demanding, and indeed. Thank you all for joining, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good rest of the Saturday. Be well.